Good morning, everyone. My apologies. We're running a bit late, but hopefully we can wrap this up before lunch. Now, moving on to today's agenda. It's been a long time coming now, but the Senate has finally approved the notion, and we now have the green light to go forward with the newly revised Bill 107 in the Department of Health and Human Services. We will now commence Phase 1 of Bill 107. We will begin at 0900 hours by bringing my wife to her favorite breakfast place, after which we will make the appropriate arrangements to ensure that the events to follow will be carried out smoothly. Oh, yes, Stevenson.
May I ask what arrangements you're referring to?
Well, Stevenson, that's a very good question, and if you'll just let me finish, I'll be getting to that shortly. Now, we have a very tightly packed schedule, and there are a lot of preparations that must be made. At 1600 hours, we will begin Phase 2 of Bill 107, in which we transport my wife and I to one of our most quaint and secluded cottages in the countryside. Yes?
Hi, Katie Catherson, representing Countryside Living Magazine. Just wondering if you're referring to a more bungalow-style cottage or a more traditional colonial house?
Well, I'm not exactly sure of the exact schematics of said cottage, but I can assure you that the location is suitable for the acts that are to transpire in accordance with Bill 107. Now, if you'll just let me finish. Getting back to today's schedule of events, upon arrival at estimated time 1800 hours, my wife and I will enter the cottage, and I will commence unpacking while my wife prepares a deli-style sandwich, in which I will consume after the final phase of today's agenda is complete. At 1900 hours, I myself will conduct the usual seduction tactics that are described in greater detail in Section 54 of Article 31 in accordance with Bill 107. Now, after the success of said tactics, I will get the ball rolling on events described in Phase 4. Yes, and I will begin to restrain my wife with the appropriate amounts of rope and twine. Yes, Davidson.
Yeah, Mr. McHardy, just wondering, why is your wife so heavily involved with the Bill 107?
Well, Davidson, if you'll just let me finish, I'll be getting to that shortly. Now, at approximately 2100 hours, we will execute the final phase of Bill 107, in which I will slowly and most violently murder my wife, Lauren Jane McHardy. Tactics used are more articulately described in the final section 95 of Article 45 of Bill 107. Yes, Stevenson again.
For the record, Lauren Jane McHardy is to be murdered at 2100 hours this evening?
Well, Stevenson, if you'll just let me finish. Yes, I'm going to fucking murder my wife, Lauren Jane McHardy, at 2100 hours and then eat my deli-style sandwich. Oh, just one moment. Oh. Okay, well, I have just been informed that my wife has come down with a mild cold and is in no condition to travel, so we will be postponing today's agenda to a later date. That is all. Thank you very much.
Excuse me, Mr. McHardy. Sir?